What up, everybody? Ellie Balderrama here with Rocky Point Connects, and today we have Graciela.
Isunza.
She has a beautiful name, a beautiful woman, for a beautiful event taking place on Thursday, June 7th? Saturday, June 7th. We're actually here in the location right now, giving you a sneak preview. And why don't you tell us where this event is going to take place?
Hi, everyone. We're taking Havana Nights at Grapes and Barley starting at 5 p.m. tomorrow. So we hope to see you there. We're going to be organizing a whole event of Cuban culture.
Can you imagine that, you guys? Havana Nights here in Puerto Peñasco. Hold on, let that banda go by. So Havana Nights, that totally caught my attention. The flyer was sent to me by the one and only Leon Nava, who's always on the up and up with what's going on in the city. And to me, it's such an honor to sit with Graciela and ask her about her vision. Like, where did this come from, Graciela? Tell us, why Havana Nights in Peñasco? Tell us all about it.
Because I love Cuba in general. My Cuban people and the country itself have something in my heart. I've been traveling to Cuba for years, and I just love the culture, the food, the music, the rum, everything about Cuba, and I just wanted to bring something of what I have experienced in Cuba to Puerto Peñasco, something very different from anything else we have had before.
Yeah, that's super exciting because it's true. I've been here basically 9 years now, and I've never been to a Havana Night event. So those of us that are visiting or that are here full time, it's so exciting to go to new events. Can you tell us what kind of things we're going to be expecting on Havana Nights? What are we going to see, taste, smell? Like, what are you setting up for us?
Okay, so for sure we are going to have Cuban cigars. That is a plus right there.
And who's a sponsor in the
El Puro Vida. So
Pura Vida. And what does that mean in English?
So El Puro Vida is a cigar shop here locally owned by Charles Heim. It is next to El Buso. You can find cigars anywhere from Cuba to Colombia. He focuses on a variety of cigars as well as coffee, so we're gonna also have Cuban coffee. His barista has been focusing and trying to get all that done for a few months now on having that perfect Cuban coffee for people to taste and have that experience, as well as we're gonna have salsa music.
My
Cuban,
favorite.
Yeah,
I love salsa music.
Yeah, me too. So Buena Vista Social Club, I've been to it many times in Cuba. Every time I go, I visit it, and I'm bringing their music here, as well as at 7:30 p.m. Pedro will be focusing on showing people how to dance salsa for anybody that's interested or wanting to learn.
That's awesome. So don't be alarmed. Like, even if you have 2 left feet, you gotta come out here because dancing salsa is contagious. Kind of like a cold, kind of like being in a good mood. It's totally contagious. And the fact that she has this gentleman here, what's his name?
Pedro.
And why did you choose Pedro? What's so special about him?
So I used to have salsa nights every third Friday of the month, and he was my main dancer. So I asked him, hey, come out, please teach people, because you taught me and you were awesome, so I need you to teach people. And he was very happy and glad to do it.
That's awesome. So you're gonna have one of it's a social club music or music from Cuba, or that kind of feel, that vibe. You're gonna have cigars, you're gonna have Cuban coffee, you're gonna have an instructor. What else are you gonna have?
We're gonna also have 2 cigar workshops. Charles Heim, the owner of El Puro Vida, he is going to have one at 6:30 p.m. and one at 8 p.m. for people that are wanting to learn how to really smoke a cigar, because it does have its talent, just like me. When I focus with wine, he focuses with cigars.
Beautiful. And what about like food and drinks? What's up with that? Are we gonna have tacos?
No
tacos.
tacos. Well, if you go to the main restaurant, yes, but at our event, we're gonna have Cuban food. And just so you know, these recipes are from my dear friends from Cuba. Like, these are legit recipes that I taught that I showed to our chef here at Grapes and Barley. So
Snap.
it's gonna
Okay,
be
hello.
amazing.
Yes.
Yeah,
And?
also, of course, mojitos. We're
Of
not
course.
and Cuba Libres, and a little bit of, for the ones that don't want rum, we're gonna also have some mezcal and tequila. So don't get scared, and beer. So we have a
Beautiful.
little bit of everything.
Bacanora.
And bacanora, yes, that
She-
too.
She was sharing with me that you were sharing with me about your experience. What do people do in the afternoon, and what are you gonna have here to experience that here in the afternoons in Cuba? Can you share about that?
Yes, so in Cuba, we are talking about a country that's more on a old school way. Every afternoon, all the older, the adults, the children are playing soccer or they're all outside on the streets, and the adults have their little tables set up, and they're either playing dominoes or chess, and with their little rum or their Cuban coffee. So I'll have that here as well, so you can get that experience.
This is so exciting, you guys. So it's the full experience with all these different elements, and of course the people who are fans of coming to this, you know that if you come to an event where people have a good vibe and they're here to experience new things, you get to meet new people, you get to laugh, play, you know,
Oh, yeah.
forget about your life for a minute and just come enjoy yourself. Where can they get tickets, or do they buy them? What are the prices? What are we talking about?
We have two different pricings. It's the VIP package or the general admission, and you
Okay.
can find them either at Grapes and Barley, Sunset Cafe, or at Puro Vida, or through me, which the phone numbers on the flyer are on there. Those are my phone numbers, so you can reach me directly and you can work with that, or even at the door you can buy some tickets. So
And she was suggesting it's not
Mandatory.
required, but there is a suggested attire. What is the suggestion? The vision. Let's complete the vision. Let's participate. What's the vibe with the attire?
So the vibe with the attire is wear all white or neutral colors. That'll bring the vibe that we usually have in Cuba. So if you can do that, it'll be awesome. If you don't, don't
You're still
worry.
okay, you're good.
Still okay.
Okay, so that's it, you guys. We wanted to make sure you were aware of this event. It's already tomorrow, so no excuses. You're gonna be here. We're both gonna be here. Leon's gonna be here, and your favorite people are gonna be here.
Of course.
Anything else you want to say to close?
I'm just looking forward to something very different, and it's something from my heart, so I'm very excited. And in the future, we'll be having a trip to Cuba, so anybody interested, we can also talk about that in the future.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.